we are going to see, praise the Lord. Today we are going to see, do you manifest faithfulness in your life? That is the portion we are going to see today. Do you manifest faithfulness in this life? Because it is very important as a believer, we have to manifest faithfulness in a daily life. For this, let us take Psalms 89, 32 to 33. I will punish their sins with the rod, their iniquities with the flogging. But I will not take away my love from him, but nor I will betray my faithfulness. That is seen was not made out of what was visible. So God is faithful in all his ways. Or be faithful to God, or be faithful in our daily life. Let us check it, because in Nehemiah chapter 7, 1 to 3, it is very clear that after Nehemiah built the entire wall around the Jerusalem, after 120 years, the gatekeepers, the singers, and the Levites were assigned, and their duties after the wall has been rebuilt and have been hung the door. I put my brother Hananiah and Hananiah, the commander of the fortress, in charge of the Jerusalem, because Hananiah was a trustful man and he feared God more than most people do. So do you have this testimony in your life? This Hananiah has this excellent testimony before Nehemiah. So he kept Hananiah as a gatekeeper, because in those days there were very little house in Jerusalem and all the people are scattered all over the places. And so if the man who was in charge of gatekeeping was not honest, then he allowed all the strangers inside the house, and those people will be affected by the strangers. So only those people who are trustworthy are allowed to do this job. So this man, Hananiah, was a trustworthy man. That's why Nehemiah kept him as a gatekeeper in charge of everything. So in our life also, we should show this type of trustworthiness and faithfulness in our life. How to show our in the daily life that we are faithful. There are 11 ways we have to show it. First one, by the fruit of the Spirit, because the fruit of the Spirit, by the spiritual because the spiritual nature produces love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Because those who belong to Christ have crucified their corrupt nature along with their passion and the desires. Then you started to show the spiritual nature. Then you cannot be arrogant, and then you are not going to provoke the people. Then you are not going to envy about others. In that way, you are going to live faithful life in your daily life. Second thing, how to live a faithful life in a daily basis by God's service. How to do a God service. God only appoint those people who are faithful to be a managers, to see overseers, so they can give good food and salary to the people who are working under them. So are you appointed like this? And in your appointed, are you are faithful? That's what Matthew 24:45 says. And third one is by bearing the witness. If your witness is very good about other people, then other people will come and ask about you, about your speech, because whatever you say is not going to be lies. It is a faithful life, a faithful verse. That's what Proverbs 14:5 says. A honest witness does not deceive, but a false witness pour out lies. If you are not going to take lies, talk lies always, then you are not faithful in your daily basis. Instead of that, you should not deceive others by false words or by lies, but be honest in your witness. In that way, you can show your faithfulness in daily basis. Fourth way, by keeping the secret. Some people will feel very bad face bad situation. At that time, they can tell other people the bad situation, ask them to pray also. But instead of praying and taking that information, that person started to gossip about it. That is wrong. That God hates it. That if you are doing like that, then you are not faithful in your daily basis, because a gossip betrays your confidence. But a trustworthy person keeps a secret. So keep the secret in your life. Be a trustworthy person, and God will bless you surely. Fifth one, by helping others, you can be show your faithfulness in daily basis. Dear friend, you are faithful in what you are doing for brothers and sisters, even though they are strangers to you. So even though the people are strangers, if you started going to be faithful to them by doing good to others, then by that way you are showing faithfulness in daily basis. By doing good work, you can do also, because Second Chronicles 34:12 says the king has appointed certain king has gave money to the carpenters and builders to purchase dressed stores and timber for beams for the building, that the king of Judah allowed to fall into their ruins, because the king has gave some money to the carpenters and the builders to purchase good goods to repair the temple of God. But they were very nice people. They did the work because they are trustworthy people. So are you having this testimony in your life? If a manager, if a company gives some money to purchase good materials to do their faithful work, are you purchasing it with the good goods and doing the work? Or are you purchasing cheap material and taking some of the money for you and doing the work in a wrong way. Check your life. By doing this, by doing the good way, you can show your faithfulness in daily basis. And the seventh one is nothing but the position of the trust. If God has kept you in a trustworthy position, that means you are showing that faithfulness in daily basis, because Nehemiah told, I have appointed the following man to be in charge of the storeroom, because the storeroom is a place where they keep the tithe, what the people has given. So with that tithe, they have to provide each and Levite family. So the person who is in charge of storeroom should be a trustworthy person. So since Matthias, Zadaiah, and Selemiah are the trustworthy person, I made them responsible for distributing the portion to their relatives, and so they were in charge of the storeroom. In our life also, if God gives certain position in our life, such a way we can distribute the food, goods, and the money to the other people. Are you doing it faithfully? In that way, you can show your faithfulness in a daily basis. And the eighth one is by making others happy, because like the coolness of the shower on harvest day is a trustworthy messenger to those who send him. He refreshes master. So give the good information and make the masters happy. Then will become a trustworthy messenger. In that way, you can show the faithfulness in your life by reproving others, because wounds made by a friend are intended to be good, but an enemy's kisses are too much to bear. So if a friend is doing mistake, go and reprove them. Even though it hurt them, no problem, because he has to change. In that way, you can show them faithfulness in daily life. Tenth one is by smallest thing we should be very faithful, because what are the smallest things in this world? The wealth is the smallest thing. The wealth of the others is the smallest thing. If you are trusted with the wealth, that is often used to dishonest, and if you are trusted with the wealth of others, then God will trust you with them imperishable soul to lead them into the Christ, because whoever can be trusted with a very little thing can also be trusted with a lot. Are you trustworthy in that way? God is checking you. If you are trustworthy with the worldly things and the things of the others, then God will certainly give certain people to lead them towards the Christ, because you are trustful, you are faithful in the smallest thing. And second, 11th one is we should be truthful in all things, because God asked them, Paul asked to appoint the helpers who have the good reputation, are selected as a deacons. Not only they should have reputation, their wife must also be of good character. They must not be gossips, but they must control their temper and be trustworthy in every way. So if you are doing ministry, your partner should be trustworthy in every way. That way, you can do the ministry in a good way and be faithful to God in daily basis. Check your life. Are you faithful to God in the daily basis? Thank you, Lord. Thank you for this wonderful time. I pray that will help us to be trustworthy in our daily life. In the name of Jesus, Amen. God bless you.